Welcome to our podcast, Accelerating Your Path to Retirement, Strategies for Financial Independence. I'm Amira, and joining me today is Jamal. We'll be discussing how young professionals can potentially retire sooner through smart financial planning and investment strategies.
Thanks, Amira. It's great to be here. You know, the concept of early retirement has gained a lot of traction lately, especially among millennials and Gen Z. But is it really possible to retire sooner than the traditional age of 65 or even 70?
Absolutely, Jamal. While it requires careful planning and discipline, retiring early is achievable. One key strategy is building a diversified portfolio of global shares in quality companies. This approach can significantly accelerate your journey towards financial independence.
That's interesting, Amira. Could you elaborate on why a global portfolio is particularly beneficial?
Certainly, a global portfolio allows you to spread your risk across different countries, markets, and industries. This diversification can potentially lead to better returns and reduced risk compared to investing solely in your local market. For instance, you can gain exposure to sectors like pharmaceuticals or technology that might be underrepresented in your home country.
I see. But many young people are often advised to invest in property as a means to build wealth. How does investing in shares compare to property investment?
That's a great question, Jamal. While property can be a good investment, shares have some distinct advantages. According to Reserve Bank figures, $10,000 invested in shares in 1980 would have grown to $484,000 by 2016, compared to $335,000 for the same investment in property. Additionally, shares often provide regular dividends, typically ranging from 3% to 9%, which can match or exceed rental yields when you factor in property-related expenses.
Those are compelling numbers, Amira. But what about the risks associated with share market investments?
You're right to consider the risks, Jamal. All investments carry some level of risk. However, a well-diversified portfolio of quality companies can help mitigate these risks. It's also worth noting that property investments aren't risk-free either. For example, a natural disaster in a specific location could significantly impact property values overnight.
That makes sense. So beyond investing in a diversified portfolio of shares, what other strategies can help young professionals retire sooner?
Great question. Another crucial strategy is to start investing early and consistently. The power of compound interest means that even small, regular investments can grow significantly over time. Additionally, living below your means and maximizing your savings rate can accelerate your path to financial independence.
Those are practical tips, Amira. What about retirement accounts? How do they fit into this strategy?
Retirement accounts are definitely a key part of the equation, Jamal. Maximizing contributions to tax-advantaged retirement accounts like 401ks or IRAs can significantly boost your savings. These accounts often come with tax benefits and sometimes employer matching, which is essentially free money.
That's a great point. Now, for our listeners who might be interested in this approach, how can they get started with building a global portfolio of shares?
There are several ways to approach this, Jamal. One option is to work with a financial advisor or fund manager who specializes in global investments. Another approach is to use low-cost index funds or ETFs that track global markets. For those who want more control, online brokerages now offer access to international markets, allowing you to build your own diversified portfolio.
Those sound like accessible options, but Amira, it's important to note that investing in shares does come with risks, and past performance doesn't guarantee future results, right?
Absolutely, Jamal. It's crucial for investors to understand the risks involved and to do their own research or seek professional advice. The key is to have a long-term perspective and to be prepared for market fluctuations.
Great advice, Amira. As we wrap up, what would be your top piece of advice for young professionals aiming to retire sooner?
My top advice would be to start early, stay consistent, and focus on building a diversified portfolio that aligns with your risk tolerance and long-term goals. Remember, the path to early retirement is a marathon, not a sprint.
Excellent summary, Amira. Thank you for sharing these insights. To our listeners, we hope this discussion has provided you with some valuable strategies to consider on your journey towards financial independence and potentially earlier retirement.
Thank you, Jamal, and thanks to all our listeners. Remember, while retiring sooner is an admirable goal, it's important to enjoy the journey and find balance in your financial decisions. Until next time, this is Amira and Jamal signing off.